What's up, Faith Family? Jarvis Guy in the Void, Jarvis White T here, and welcome back to another Diecast review. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Percy, the small engine from the Fisher-Price Thomas & Friends metal engine line of cars. Now, that's definitely a mouthful, but as you can see right here, we have a very simple steam engine. So today, we're going to be unboxing it, and I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on this little vehicle. So, yeah, here we go. Really wish that I'd remembered to bring my box cutter, but probably would have gotten a community guideline strike if I did anyway. No knives allowed, am I right? Anyway, we finally have the car here, and I wasn't really all that positive about the last Fisher-Price Thomas the Tank Engine toy review, and in fact, it was Thomas himself, and I didn't really have a lot of nice things to say about it, but I do have at least one nice thing to say about this, is that the build quality is very good. I think that the Thomas the Tank Engine Fisher-Price toy from the same line was plastic, and this right here is metal, and you can really just appreciate the quality of the painting and just the durability of the vehicle when you're holding it in your hands like this, when you can actually feel the metal. Because when it's plastic, it feels like a cheap toy, but this actually somewhat feels like a collector's item. So I'll at the very least give it that. Now, in terms of how faithful this is to the actual character source material, since in these videos I usually like to see how it holds up to the real life analog. Honestly, this intrinsically doesn't hold up to the actual character because it's from the All Engines Go side of the franchise, and so nothing about that particular show or anything about it is faithful to the actual original Thomas the Tank Engine series. So the design, it gets points off, but it was already doomed from the start because the show is complete crap, and it just betrays everything that the original was about. At least according to the fans. I don't know, maybe you like this. I mean, there's a reason you clicked on this video. It does have a feature where it can connect to the other Thomas the Tank Engine toys from this line pretty well. And correction, I was wrong in my assessment. This particular Thomas the Tank Engine toy that I reviewed a couple weeks ago was actually metal. I just completely forgot, and my negative review still stands because I really don't care about the franchise at all, and all of the points that I made in that video apply to this as well. I really just do not care about the franchise. But either way, I mean, they roll along pretty well, and I don't have any tracks to test them on, but it is what it is, and I'm not going to buy any. So I think with that, there's really nothing else for me to say about this. I mean, it's a pretty simple die-cast vehicle. I really hate to call it that, since this is just a toy made for small idiot children to put in their mouths. So in terms of recommendations, I don't recommend this to literally anyone. If you're a Thomas fan, then you probably hate All Engines Go, and you should just avoid this like the plague. And if you do like All Engines Go, then I recommend you check yourself into a psych ward, because what are you doing on YouTube and still watching that garbage ass show? And if you're just into diecast collecting in general, then there's really no reason to pick this up. It's too expensive anyway. It's like over $3. And if you're paying over $3 to get like a piece of crap like this, it's like, what are you even doing? There's so many better things you could be collecting. I'm somewhat exempt. Not by much, but I'm somewhat exempt because I bought this solely for the purpose of reviewing it on this show. But if you're buying it just for the sake of having it in your collection, then I'm not the person to talk to about your OCD. Anyway, I think that basically concludes my thoughts on Percy the small engine. Pretty well made, but I feel like that effort was wasted because this is from a part of the franchise that sucks. I can't see a lot of people actually caring enough to buy this outside of like small children, that are just in the Thomas the Tank Engine, or absent-minded parents who, just don't give a shit about what they're buying. So, yeah, a very, very small target audience for this, but what you're gonna do. These are diecast toys. They're made for kids. Either way, I think that's basically all I have to say about this locomotive right here. Either way, thank you all for watching. I've been your host, Jarvis Godden. Stick around for more Diecast content. And as always, giggity giggity, giggity goo. Stick around.